Yo, what's up guys? AFC Edinho here and welcome to a new video. Today we are not doing one, but two feature Pokemon. YANMEGA has been requested by a viewer and MOLTRES has been requested by a viewer. So I decided to put them on the same team. And you know the crazy thing about this? Both Pokemon are double weak to rocks, or 4 times weak to rocks, essentially. So every time they switch into Stealth Rock, they lose half their HP. That's why I decided to go with a defog Moltres and a defog Scizor. Basically having a double defog. Moltres can defog against stuff like Skarmory, Ferrothorn, and can threaten them with fire moves. And Scizor, having the toxic immunity, can defog against stuff that runs Stealth Rock plus toxic, like Gliscor and stuff, and then get a slow U-turn, so I can get in a big threat. For this video, I decided to go with Choice Scarf YANMEGA. I know Specs is usually the choice, but in this offensive, heavy oriented meta, I figured that Scarf might be better. It also gives me the edge over stuff like Garchomp, Superior, with YANMEGA. Because if you look at my team, it's not that fast. We're using a defensive Chomp, and Dragonite doesn't outspeed them. I have a Scarf Gallade on the team, but it might be tough having Gallade as the only one that outspeeds stuff like Hydreigon. Because if I face Hydreigon, I have to click Sacred Sword to kill it, and if they have stuff like Rocky Helm and Garchomp, it might be tough. So that's why I decided to go with a Scarf YANMEGA so that I can outspeed them. But maybe we'll switch it up and use Specs. It's just because how the meta game is in PokeMMO. A lot of offensive teams with like Mamoswine lead and stuff, Smurf teams, those kind of teams, and I feel like Scarf makes more sense because if you get YANMEGA in versus Starmie, you just click Bug Buzz, and due to the tinted lens, you don't care if they switch. But if you are Specs, you cannot bring it in on Starmie because Starmie is just going to Ice Beam you, and if he's Life Orb, you might even die because YANMEGA is not that bulky on the special side. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the team. I have a Dragon Dance Dragonite with Encore. And yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. If you are interested in the full guide of the team, I have it on Patreon. It includes a Pokepaste with explanation of the team. And if you haven't already, guys, make sure to like this video as well. Like for this instance, Specs would be really nice because I can bring it in on Gliscor and just blow something up. But if I look at his team, Dragonite might be pretty decent depending on what his Scizor will do. I just have to avoid a Will-O-Wisp from the Rotom Wash. But Gallade clicking Psycho Cut if Scizor dies might be decent. So there are a bunch of options we can go for. But what I would like to do, I don't know if Stealth Rocking necessarily is going to be the play. I'm just gonna lead off with YANMEGA. I can U-turn on... Okay. I'm just gonna Bug Buzz this. Because if I'm Specs, he's not gonna like this. If I was Specs here, guys... He had to take a million, but I don't know if he wants to take the damage on this. 87! If that was a crit, if I was Specs, he was dead, man. What is he doing? Stealth Rocking. I have double defog, so I don't really care. He's gonna protect here. He has to. But now the most logical play would be to bring in Chandelure, seeing that I don't really switch in well to it. So I'm actually gonna double into the Chomp here. And we know this is Impish. I actually go Scizor. Scizor wouldn't have taken that really well, but I will trade Rocks because it might force him to defog. That's fine. He's getting his HP back, which is a bit of a downside, but I got up Rocks. I'm gonna bring in Scizor here. I'm not gonna defog on this because he can easily just rocks up versus me. And this is where I'm gonna U-turn. As he goes Rotom, so that's pretty nice. Get a beautiful U-turn. I'm gonna bring in Gallade there. I don't necessarily want to leave Blade here, but if I remove this, Dragonite cannot be Will-O-Wisped. So that's a plus side. It's gonna Psycho Cut there. It should 2-hit KO him. And he misses, that's huge. I just needed that damage on him because I just needed that damage on him because, like I said, removing this means that I will probably have to defog. But look at my Moltres as well, with this being gone. Because I can beat his Chandelure 1v1 with the Toxic, especially if he locks himself into the Fire move. He could technically go into his Scizor and pursuit me, but I'm still gonna make the Garchomp play even if he pursues me. Because Psycho Cutting this doesn't help me in the slightest. The best thing it does is maybe get some chip for YANMEGA, but I don't necessarily need that. And he does U-turn. That's definitely banded, but now I got that chip as well. Because he's not switching into Psycho Cut anymore, so the next time I get in Gallade, that's gonna be nice too. Right here, I do have to make a difficult choice. I have this Scizor, which he obviously doesn't like to face. I'm gonna bring in Moltres, even though it is on rocks. If he's not banded, I won't die to Icicle Crash. And you never know, he might have anticipated my Scizor to come in. That's why I made that play. His Gliscor is still alive, so I don't think defogging is necessarily good. I'm just gonna Flamethrower. Okay, he's jolly. He crits me. That is what it is. We're gonna bring in the Gallade again, and I'm just gonna Psycho Cut right here again, because at this point, Scizor could come in, but he's in 2-hit KO range essentially. And if I do Sacred Sword on Scizor coming in, he's gonna die. Decides to bring in the Gliscor, which is gonna take a lot with rocks. So he kind of needs to double protect there to basically survive this. Because 36.3 and still doing more. So he needs to double protect. He doesn't get it. Oh, he doesn't go for it. I kill Gliscor, and now I could essentially defog still for YANMEGA if I really want to. But he has to bring in his Scizor right here or into his own Gallade. Let's see, I still have my Stealth Rocker alive. And it's looking like a good angle for Scizor. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna Psycho Cut this time. Because if he clicks Bullet Punch, I already get a free turn. And he does U-turn into me. Because he could have pursued me. Could have been bad for me, but now I get the free switch. And like I said, I still have Scizor plus my dragons. Do I want rocks? Do I want rocking here though? I'm gonna go Garchomp. Most of the times these are choiced anyway. And I can definitely see this being choiced too. We still haven't seen Gallade though. But I need to get my defog off. I didn't want to go Dragon Knight because it loses my multi-skill. Yeah, I think it's... I actually don't think I need rocks in this game. So I will just Earthquake. Just by the off chance that he is not Joy Scarfed. If he's Joy Scarfed, going Scissor would definitely beat the play. But if he isn't Joy Scarfed here, that could mess me up. So not seeing leftovers most likely means that he's Joy. So now I can defog for my YANMEGA. And YANMEGA is not in range of Mamoswine. So I'm gonna get the defog here. And like I said, I have Dragon Knight still alive to take on Chandelure. So I'm just gonna roost here. The reason I'm roosting is that it gives me a free switch. And we know his Mamoswine is Jolly. I'm actually gonna make the YANMEGA player. It's 4 times resisted. And I think Air Slashing is the best choice. And if he goes Gallade, that's actually gonna be even better. But now he goes into this. If I get him in bullet punch range, that would be really nice. Or I need to get the flinch. We go Dragon Knight. This is why we have Roost. Yep, don't burn me. Don't burn me, baby. And I'm just gonna raw Dragon Claw, because Dragon Dancing doesn't make sense if he has his Mamoswine like that. So we're just gonna Claw here. As he goes into Gallade immediately. Oh, and he's leftovers. That's perfect. Because now I'm essentially getting my kill. And I have my guy back at full HP. Now it's gonna depend on this. Because I have the multi-skill. Which I am going to need. Okay. I think because the situation I need. It is gonna it's gonna be a speed tie regardless here. But the situation I need is probably I need to get the U-turn chip on this. But I'm thinking of bringing in my Scizor directly. Because then I keep YANMEGA as a sec. Like, I can't sec YANMEGA right now. If I sec YANMEGA right now, I get Scizor in for free. And then I don't have to take any damage at all. But Earthquake is going to hurt. I just need to know. Because he hasn't made any predictions yet this game. But this is a Jolly Mamoswine. This is a Jolly Mamoswine. If he Earthquakes me, that's still gonna do too much. I don't think I can risk letting him Earthquake me there. Chandelure is not in range. Hold up. Okay. I know I don't die to Earthquake. Does my YANMEGA not die to Ice Shard? Because I don't think it dies to Ice Shard. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So we're gonna go YANMEGA on the Earthquake. Oh! Oh, this is better! Because I'm Scarfed! I can just Air Slash here. Air Slash can miss though. Is Giga Drain better? Oh, fuck! That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. I needed that chip. I have to claw here. That is really fucked up. Because now I need to win a speed tie. I need to win a speed tie here. Come on. Come on, Dragonite. Yes! Oh, let's go. Because if I got that Air Slash, then my Scizor bullet punching would be dangerous. Because... oh, man. And he decides to forfeit. I would have actually sacked Scizor here to see what he does. But that worked out decently, I guess. He didn't really try to make predictions against me. Tried to play it like calculated, I guess, but that's a thing. That's why I hate Mamoswine. Facing Mamoswine if I don't have a true counter, like Rotom Wash. Like if I was Specs Gliscor, if I was Specs YANMEGA, the Gliscor would have died from that crit, but he also wouldn't have had a switch in versus me. I guess Chandelure is still a switching because it's 4 times resisted. But yeah, overall, YANMEGA did something. I guess I should have just Giga Drained, but the Giga Drain damage, I'm pretty sure, because Bug Buzz is stabbed, right? So they will even each other out, but Bug Buzz has a higher base power, if I'm correct. So I'm pretty sure Air Slash would have done more damage, just due to it being stab. And if I got that Air Slash damage off, then me bullet punching would be more dangerous. Because if I then face Mamoswine, I don't have to overpredict. I just click bullet punch, because Chandelure cannot switch in at that point. But I'm not sure if I Giga Drain, if that would be enough. That's a freaking 95 accuracy move, man. Like right here, Specs would be amazing too, but on the other hand, look at his Sacred Sword switch. It's Dragonite. It is Dragonite. My Bug Buzz is also really nice to use versus him, but how do we go about this? I think I'm just gonna lead with my Scizor, because he doesn't know what I'm gonna throw off, right? Because I can't accept Scizor being burned in this game. It's not a sweeper. It's my defogger, so I'm just gonna U-turn. Oh, he just pumps immediately. That did a lot. 44, yeah, it's looking like an offensive. Interesting. I'm gonna Fire Punch on my guy. I guess it's fair if I go Gallade right now and just click Sacred Sword. He might be he might just be Scarf, but The only thing that can come in is Dragonite, because Ferrothorn will die, and then I don't have to deal with Stealth Rock. Let's hope it's leftovers. No, it's Helmet. Still. Removing this means that I don't have to use my Ferrothorn, my Moltres every time to defog against him, and then him being able to bring in Tyranitar. So I'm fine with this. Okay. Now I do need to make a case of getting up rocks. I'm gonna go Garchomp because I don't want him U-turning into Tyranitar when I have. If I was Flame Body, it would be a different story. It's gonna Stealth Rock now because I can Toxic. Well, Rotom is offensive, so if I get up rocks, maybe it's Defog superior. But the beautiful thing about Ferrothorn being gone is that now I can commit my Moltres to his superior. And I don't have to worry about rocks that much. He decides to go into Dragonite. I will just use Rock Tomb. Making sure that he doesn't get to Dragon Dance for free against me. Okay, it's Dragon Gem, whatever. Do I use YANMEGA now? Because he just lost half his special attack. So if I start Bug Buzzing now, should be nice. Because he can Flamethrower me, but he just lost half his damage. Yeah, exactly. Now I can just Bug Buzz again. He decides to Extreme Speed. Is that enough? It is not enough. Cool. So I actually get... It was a crit. I was gonna say that was a lot. But now he doesn't have any Sacred Swords answers. And I still Bug Buzz everything. I'm just gonna go Moltres here. Like, I'm pretty sure he has to Bullet Punch me. And what I can actually do here is bulk this damage. Making sure that this is a Banded Scizor. Because that did a lot. Not gonna lie. How much did he do? 19.8. It's looking like Bandit. Looking Bandit, because if he wasn't Bandit, he would not do close to that damage. So I'm actually gonna double into Scizor, checking if he goes into his Tyranitar. And I'm just gonna U-turn on this. Because if this isn't Assault Vest, then YANMEGA will do some damage later on as well. So we're just gonna U-turn here. I have nothing good to U-turn into though. But if I get the damage on this, I think that would be more... It would be more than worth it. I can even sec my YANMEGA if I really need to. Because I do see a win con in Dragonite. Do I see a win con in Moltres? Well, with Tyranitar being this low, Moltres might actually be really good. I just didn't want to Bullet Punch on Rotom coming in because I do want to maintain my rocks. So I do think second YANMEGA. Because I have to wait till the Sandstorm hits before I can actually do something. Because otherwise I'm gonna die to this anyway. However, now I get in my Gallade, click Sacred Sword, and there's nothing that switches into me. If he lets this die, it's gonna open up Moltres. Exactly. And I still have Dragonite that can beat Rotom. But he's forced to go Scizor again. But at this point, I don't need my Scizor. I still have my resist, my Bullet Punch resist. So, unless he's gonna overpredict there, but I don't need this. And he locked himself into close combat, meaning that I can bring in my Dragon Knight and just Dragon Dance up. And now I also get to see if he's truly Choice Scarfed offensive. Because otherwise I just kill him. Oh, no, the sandstorm ended, never mind. I will have to claw here, but setting it up perfectly. I still have Moltres that beats Scizor, and it beats Superior! Moltres the GOAT. Moltres the GOAT. Just gonna claw him here. And I have Scarf Gallade in the back as well, so all I need to do is just damage him. He just goes for Pulse. You know me, guys. You know me. We gotta win with the Feature Mouse. I'm gonna Encore him. And we're gonna kill him with Moltres. It's just so that Moltres can get a kill, guys. Because that way he cannot glare me. So we're gonna get in our boy. Oh no, R, he, she, it. We're gonna get in our it because he's gender neutral, you know. There we go. Flamethrowing with the Moltres, picking up the kill against Superior. That's what I said. Like, he had no good Sacred Sword switch in. Like, Dragon Knight was a Sacred Sword switch in, but unless Dragon Knight has Roost, it's not gonna be a Sacred Sword switch in, because he's still gonna take a lot of damage. And like I said, me getting rid of that Ferrothorn really early meant that he couldn't get up rocks. Because the way he could pressure my team is get in Ferrothorn, click Stealth Rock versus my team, and every time Ferrothorn comes in, I have to bring in my Moltres. Because if I bring in Scizor, I can defog on it, but he can lead sheet stall me and be really annoying. Because basically what he can do versus my Scizor is Stealth Rock up, click lead sheet, and just keep staying and spamming Stealth Rock. And I will never get rid of rocks while my Scizor is dying. But if I bring in Moltres, that gives him an opportunity to bring in Tyranitar, which is not ideal to face, man. It's not ideal to face. When I run YANMEGA plus Moltres. But so far, the Scarf seems really nice. Seems really nice. If I had something like a Weavile on my team, or some more speed control, like something that doesn't need a Choice Scarf to outspeed, like something else aside from Gallade, right? If I had two Pokemon that have pretty good speed tiers, then I can run Specs. But if I run Specs on this kind of team, like I said, if I run into a Superior or whatever, my only thing that outspeeds it is Gallade. If I run into Starmie, same thing. Like, this provides me the speed control I need. And it can still hit pretty hard, so we're just gonna leave it at that, I guess. Like, why am I facing the teams that don't want to run? That don't want to face Specs YANMEGA? Look, if I was Specs here, I get it in against Gliscor, I get it in versus Conkeldurr, and I just click Bug Buzz and we don't give a shit against this team, you know? Man. It's always the same with Mons. Oh man. If I was Specs, like, that would have been amazing. Like, amazing, literally. But I guess, just lead up with Garchomp then. Since it is Sandrush Drill, I actually have to be a bit careful. I cannot... this is actually not good. I shouldn't have led with this. I should have kept this for the Excadrill, which is gonna mess me up in the Sandstorm. That Excadrill is such a problem, man. I'm gonna go Scizor. He's not gonna Volt Switch onto me. He's either gonna Wisp me or he's gonna click Stealth. He's gonna click Trick. It was a bit of a bad lead on my end. I should have just let Scizor. Now we know he's Wisp. I'm just gonna U-turn there. I know he's gonna Volt on me, but I cannot risk my Garchomp getting Hydro Pump there. Because if he realizes that, then, you know, it's gonna be super painful for me. But being Specs in this situation would be really nice. If I was Specs right here, so I might actually change it. I think this game is gonna be extremely difficult. But let's see if he wants to take it. Goes into Amoonguss. I think Amoonguss is gonna take it pretty well. That's Assault Vest. That has to be Assault Vest, so I'm actually gonna keep Bug Buzzing here. Don't get me poisoned, please. Okay, cool. We're gonna keep clicking this. I need to make some kind of progress here. Don't get the poison. Okay, cool. So I'm actually... At least I'm getting this damage off. He's gonna he's gonna switch into Tyranitar, but we got some... if you are Impish, you're not gonna like this. That's what I mean. If I was Specs, I would have broken through that Amoonguss easily. But I'm just gonna keep clicking it, because if he brings in Tyranitar, he's still gonna take a lot of damage. Yeah, I am going to die to Sandstorm. It's like that he got a higher roll on the second Sludge Bomb, because otherwise I would be outside of Sandstorm range, meaning that I could kill. Meaning that I get 2 Bug Buzzes off on Tyranitar. But we got a lot of damage off on Amoonguss. He goes Conkeldurr, which is gonna take a shit ton of damage here. I crit him there. Okay. He has to Mach Punch me. There's no way he's gonna Ice Punch me, right? Okay, cool. So we get rid of Conkeldurr. One less switch in for us. And he could go Gliscor, for example, but... I still have Garchomp healthy enough to take Excadrill on in the sand, unless he gets a Swords Dance off. So I essentially cannot let him Swords Dance with anything. It also depends if the Tyranitar is Smooth Rock. I'm actually gonna go straight into YANMEGA. If he tries to get up rocks, I can get off a Bug Buzz again. Okay, cool. And again, if I was Specs here, I would threaten and kill on something, but it is what it is. We're just gonna keep clicking a Bug Buzz. He gets in Amoonguss again. Oh, but it died. Oh, that's pretty nice. And I can just click Bug Buzz on the next thing that comes in as well. Yeah, I will Bug Buzz this straight up. Goes into Gliscor, but he's gonna take 1,000,000. That's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy. Okay, it depends on what he's gonna do. Like, he can go Excadrill immediately. He can go Excadrill immediately. If I go Garchomp on Excadrill, that would be amazing, right? I need to get off my defog so that I have the multi-skill on my Dragonite. It's gonna be the biggest thing. And then Sacred Sword will claim something. think it's better to go chomp first. Okay, this is good. This is good. We're not gonna overpredict. We're not gonna overpredict here. Okay, he's in bullet punch range now. This was the biggest threat, guys. This was the biggest threat, and the funny thing here is that my Garchomp is faster than Rotom and Tyranitar. Let's see, he decides to forfeit, because at this point, Gallade already wins. And we win again! But if I was Spec YANMEGA in that game, guys, I know we got a lot of crits though. But if we were Specs, because I didn't need Scarf in the situations that... You know what, guys? I might regret it, but just for the video, we're gonna go for Choice Specs. We're gonna go for Choice Specs on the last one. We're gonna go for Choice Specs. And hope that we don't run into an offensive team. But you guys saw, man, the craziness my YANMEGA did that game. Like, it's hard to switch into if you don't have a Chansey. Like, a lot of people use Assault Vest Tyranitar, but Bug Buzz is still super effective and stab. So, in that sense, Tyranitar is still not gonna like switching into it. Just might still not be bad though. Might still not be bad depending on how fast the Zapdos is. It really depends on how fast Zapdos is, but Zapdos is really an issue though. And I can definitely see him leading off with the Zapdos too. Ugh, tough choice, tough choice. I'm gonna go Moltres. I don't know if Scarf is necessarily better. It really depends on how fast Zapdos is. But if it's Gallade is Scarf, then obviously Scarf is better. Okay, I'll take this. I'll take this. I'm just gonna hit him with Toxic, because if he Stealth Rocks, I will just defog. And there's no way he's gonna switch in his Ferrothorn into me when I can easily click Flamethrower here. So if Rotom comes in, I get a Toxic on him, which is gonna be fair. Same goes for Zapdos. Okay, beautiful. I'm faster too. As he goes for a Crash. Looking like... Is that Bandit? That's not Bandit. That's just Adamant, I think. That is Bandit. That is Bandit. Oh shit. Well. 60. Eating it up like a beast. Oh, are you guys ready for the next Toxic? You already know what's gonna happen, guys! You already know what's gonna happen! You already know what's gonna happen! Him leading off a Choice Banded Memo is interesting too, but perhaps he thought I would go Chomp here. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Too easy, man. Too easy, too easy, too easy, too easy, man. Too easy! I think he's just gonna Hydro Pump me in this scenario. So what I'm actually gonna do here is I'm just gonna go Scizor. Don't think I necessarily need Scizor to do much this game. I'm gonna keep Garchomp definitely healthy. Don't want to switch it in here because he has a Gallade and he has a Dragonite, which I do need to deal with. So that's why. And I think we have to keep momentum here, so I will just U-turn because he's gonna Volt on me. I can Roost there, but Zapdos will come in, and I don't really switch in well to Zapdos with this team. So I'd rather want to keep the momentum here. Oh, as he goes Ferrothorn, okay. Definitely gonna hurt. Okay, here's the thing, guys. If I get in Gallade, I don't have rocks up yet, so... I'm gonna make the Moltres play. We get some leftovers. Pretty sure you don't want to take a Flamethrower. And I'm gonna double back into the Scizor. Anticipating Rotom to come in again. If he stays in, he's a mad lad. Just saying, man. Because Flamethrower is definitely not a bad player. But this gives me Rotom again. And now I will just Roost. We got some chip on the Ferrothorn, I guess. But he's gonna Volt again. I'm not sure if I should U-turn on the Ferrothorn. Was Ferrothorn leftovers, by the way? No, this time he goes Zapdos. I need to know if this is Heat Wave. I do need to know if that is Heat Wave. So I'm gonna bring in my Dragonite here. I need to keep my Scizor around, that's why. Hurricanes. Okay. 25, so it does around 50. Is that an offensive Zapdos? That's what we need to know now. If it does around 50, because I am an offensive Dragonite, so it would make sense to do that amount of damage to me. Okay, so it's looking like a defensive one. So what I would like to know is, does he have Hurricane here? I'm gonna dance here. I'm faster, that's really good to know. This, again, this forces in the Mamoswine to come in. Because I'm +1 right here. And it would be crazy if he clicks Earthquake onto me. Ice Shard makes sense, or just goes for Crash here. But the fact that he didn't show Hidden Power Ice might mean that he doesn't have it. He did click Hurricane into my Scizor, so he might not have Heat Wave instead. Something we gotta keep in mind. But I think Moltres is always safe here, because I can just Roost on his... because he's poisoned, right? I can just Roost on his next attack. And he did go for Crash. But knowing that his Zapdos is slower than my Dragonite means that next time I can Bug Buzz freely into him. Decides to go into Gallade there. Kinda curious what he attempts to do here. But I can definitely see this being scarfed, because Zapdos, even though it's a pretty nice speed tier, it's not the fastest. It's already using Choice Band and Memo. So I can definitely see this being scarfed. Like, what would he even do versus me, man? What would he even do versus me? Next time I will U-turn on his Zapdos though. Just because he showed Hurricane. But I think it's a bit risky going directly into Scizor here. By the off chance that he does go for... But this is my switch into Mamoswine. I don't want to lose it. I think we just go Scizor here. Worst case scenario, I can switch in Dragonite or Gallade into Rotom. Yep. Okay. And a Roost here. If he's not Scarfed, he's gonna show it now. And I will U-turn. Because he didn't Heat Wave. Heat Wave wouldn't be a bad play versus me either. But the fact that he clicked Hurricane into me, I am gonna U-turn. If he has Heat Wave, then he baited me really well. But not after I click Roost. Yeah, okay. Please get it off. Because this is gonna be huge. Please. Please. Okay, I was gonna say, man. That was looking a bit scary. We're gonna go Dragonite this time. I'm just gonna claw him. I just want him in range of Bug Buzz, so that I can click buttons with my YANMEGA, which I can easily do later. So we're just gonna claw him here, because I know I'm faster. But next time he will be forced to Roost, and that's when I can get off my Bug Buzz. Because there shouldn't be any kill pressure right here. There shouldn't be any kill pressure right here. I don't know if Psycho Cut is necessarily the play for him. Psycho Cut can crit though. Is it okay to lose Dragonite here? Sack Dragonite. Go Scizor. Then double into YANMEGA, I think. And get my kill. Is that a bad play? I was willing to sack Scizor earlier, but now that I know his Zapdos most likely doesn't have Heat Wave, I will make this play. If he clicks Sacred Sword, that would suck. That would really suck. That did a lot, man. But I had no switch in. I will just bullet there. I'll get him in range as well. I just want to get him in range of Bug Buzz. Besides, I can click Sacred Sword now too, with his Zapdos being that low. Gonna go YANMEGA. And we're gonna click Bug Buzz. I just need to make sure that he dies. But Rotom doesn't switch into me, so he has to click on me. But Zapdos cannot come in either, so he has to click Extreme Speed with Dragonite, for example. If Dragonite comes in, I will actually stay in. But Zapdos cannot come in. Zapdos will die. I will do a million to Ferrothorn. If Ferrothorn tries to get up rocks, I think that's okay. Still, we're still looking into a tough matchup. But I was trying to prep everything for YANMEGA. His Glade being able to click Psycho Cut so easily versus my team is a bit of a downside. Okay. If I go Garchomp immediately there, if I go Garchomp on extreme speed, that would suck for him. I'm not sure what kind of play he wants to make. I just E-speeds immediately. So I die. It's a bit of a 50-50. I'm just gonna Rock Tomb him. Looking a bit too tough. I couldn't let him Dragon Dance there, because then he would kill my whole team. Okay, so I get to attack him again. He's at normal speed now. He's not gonna be low enough, unfortunately. He's not gonna be low enough to kill with Glade, I think. Glade versus Dragonite. Psycho Cut. That's about 16. That's not going to be low enough. But we have to Rock Tomb again. But I think at this point, trading rocks is not bad. If I can force him to switch out, because look at Sacred Sword when this dies, right? Look at Sacred Sword when this dies. What I could have done as well was just go for Stealth Rock, actually, and then defeat him with MOLTRES. Oh, this is fine now. Because he's still at neutral speed, meaning that my MOLTRES is faster. I just wonder if I need the rocks versus him. Because regular Dragon Claw did like 50, right? For my Dragonite. So I think that's a Spadef Zapdos. We have some time. We have some time. Okay. Well, I still have my Dragonite, actually. I think Rock Tombing is better and not go for rocks. Okay. And this, guys, I think this should secure me the win. Because now I just go for Stealth Rock and then kill everything with Sacred Sword from Glade. Plus, my Dragonite is not in range of Stealth Rock yet, so we're just gonna trade rocks now. It's gonna Earthquake this for some chip. Mamoswine has to click Ice Shard. I sack Moltres. I essentially keep my Garchomp versus Dragonite, I think. Because he has... His other priority is there, I know. But Ice Shard should not kill my Gallade. And his only priority is going to be the Dragonite. But Dragonite is going to die to... Dragonite should die to Garchomp. Plus I can just click Psycho Cut. What am I saying? Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point what I click. I think Sacred Sword, since it does more to Rotom. So Dragonite comes in and then it's gonna depend. Because he has leftover, so if I switch into Garchomp... I'm gonna Psycho Cut. I'm just gonna Sacred Sword there. Because if he kills me, Dragonite still lives Stealth Rock and I roost on his whole team. I literally roost on his whole team, so... Well, just to be sure... I guess just to be sure, we can just go Chomp here and keep Gallade and in case it was a speed tie with my Dragonite or something. In case it was a speed tie. We lived the Hydro Pump as well, which is nice. I'm just gonna fire off a Rock Tomb. He pumps again. We got some chips, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna bring in my D-Knight now. Yeah, and we just need some damage. Actually, I want to style on this guy. I know I can just Dragon Claw and win the game, but I got off my roost. Okay, he sacked that for some reason. Interesting. I think I'm faster though. So I can just claw this. No. I wanted to mess around and click Dragon Dance, but if he Hurricanes me, I can actually lose. And let's just dance. Let's dance. Everyone pulled in their weight, so it's really nice. YANMEGA was really good though. Oh no! Oh no! He thinks he's him. He thinks he's him, guys. He thinks he's him. He thinks he's him. Okay, let's take away all his hope right now. Let's take away all his... He didn't let me do it, man. He didn't let me do it. I think it's gonna be the end of this video. So, Moltres completely shut down that Mamoswine, because that was a banded Mamoswine, right? So, I switch it in. If he clicks Icicle Crash, I'm just gonna roost it off on the next time. If he clicks Earthquake, my Moltres doesn't take any damage. And that's really nice. If he was Rocks, we can defog against him. The only time it becomes scary is if Mamoswine is slower and clicks Earthquake when we are low HP and we try to roost or something. That would be scary. But that's why we have the Scizor in the back as well, as a sort of a nice resist. The reason I have Roost on Dragonite, by the way, is in case we face rain teams. Because if we face a Kingdra, Scizor can take a Hurricane. Scizor can take Draco Meteors. Scizor can take Ice Beams. But Scizor's not gonna like Surf or Hydro Pumps in the rain. That's where Dragonite comes in. Because most of the times Kingdra has specs. So we can switch in Dragonite if we expect the water move and then just roost it back up. Also, stalling out some rain turns. And if you go with the specs, YANMEGA, you can often lead into a rain team if they lead Pelipper and just click Bug Buzz, because Pelipper actually has a good chance to die if he is not specially defensive. Which is crazy, man. Because rain teams are not gonna switch in well to YANMEGA, so you're at least gonna damage something for a lot, unless Pelipper is Scarf, but then he's gonna have less rain turns. And it's gonna be more difficult to switch in Pelipper. But yeah, Moltres, pretty decent. With boots, obviously this mon would be god tier, because it stops full Corona, because no full Corona is gonna run Hidden Power Rock. But it also does well into Scizor, of course. And you can run Will-O-Wisp as well. Will-O-Wisp is really good against offensive teams. But I have Toxic, because otherwise full Corona might be a pain. Because I can bring in Moltres, 4 times resist, Bug Buzz, resist Flamethrower. Don't care about Hidden Power Ice. So bring in Moltres, click Toxic, and then stall it out like Chansey does. Substitute full Corona might be a bit more of an issue though. But we also have Dragonite versus Substitute full Corona, because Substitute full Corona is most of the times running Bug Buzz and Fiery Dance, which Dragonite resists. And Dragonite will always break the sub. And Dragonite can play around with Encores as well, if they are Roost sub. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Down in the comments, guys, let me know what you would like to see next. There's a whole list, and the more you guys put them in the comments, even though you already did it in a previous video, the more likely I will be able to do it. Like, the more I see it, the more I'll be thinking about it, and then I will eventually do it. YANMEGA has been on my mind for a long while to use, but it's always awkward to use because, like I said, guys, this specs is so nice to click, but against a lot of the offensive teams, you would rather have Scarf, so you can outspeed stuff like Hydreigon, Superior, Starmie, and actually click and not care about them switching out. But choice specs is really good in breaking balanced. If I were to face a choice specs YANMEGA, it would be painful for me because I have a Moltres which does well into Bug Buzz though, but other than that, Scizor's not gonna take it well, Garchomp's not gonna take it well, Dragonite's not gonna take it. Like, also my special wall is a Scizor, which is pretty hilarious. But yeah, guys, if you are interested in the full guide of the team, check it out on Patreon. I have a full explanation of this team, the choices, how to play the team, and a Pokepaste, of course, for the details on this team. So check it out on Patreon. There's a link in the description. There's a free trial as well. If you don't think it's for you, you can cancel the subscription for free, and you don't have to pay for the trial either. Join our Discord server as well, guys. I have an awesome Discord bot, which basically you don't even need my Patreon, guys. Patreon is more for my specific sets, but I have general good PvP sets for pretty much every Pokemon in OU in my Discord server. You can just use the bot and it will give you multiple example sets of each Pokemon. It's completely free to use as well. It's unlimited too. So yeah, check it out in Discord. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.